Hey guys, thank you for having me here. My name is Steven. I'm the co-creator of MahaDAO. Special thanks to Maksim for giving us the opportunity to speak at this event. And we're very excited to show you guys what is MahaDAO, what it's all about from a first-hand perspective. So if you guys can see my screen, you can see the main MahaDAO webpage. And it sort of explains what we're trying to do. And let me sort of run you through what the project is all about. So MahaDAO is a cryptocurrency project that launched in December 2019. The goal is to create something different, a new kind of currency that is tackling a very different problem, which is the problem of inflation, which has been rampant in today's time. So MahaDAO is a cryptocurrency project that is creating the world's first non-depreciating currency. And what is the meaning of that? It means that it's a currency that maintains its purchasing power across time. And why is this relevant? Is because today, the currencies we use today, like the US dollar, the euro, the British pound, the Japanese yen, and so on, all of these currencies have high inflation, right? Which means that over time, the purchasing power of your money decreases over time. And so MahaDAO does this by creating Earth, which is a new kind of money or a new kind of currency that maintains its buying power irrespective of which direction the market moves. And some of the properties that you will find in this currency, that it is a currency that is designed to preserve your wealth, as you can see. So no erosion of your hard-earned wealth due to inflation. It is stable, which means that there is a predictability in the price, a year down the line, unlike Bitcoin, which is very volatile and unstable. And it's also a currency that promotes fair wealth distribution, which means there is no difference between the rich and the poor. Everyone is treated as equally and fairly as possible. To give you an idea as to what is the current situation of money today, we would like to introduce what is known as the money illusion, right? And what do you mean by the money illusion? It's basically saying that today we live in a world where we don't realize that our money is losing its value over time. If you look at the last 100 years, it has been an exponential decrease in the purchasing power of a US dollar, for example, right? And so what this graph over here we can see is that as time goes by, the purchasing power of the fiat currencies, which is the US dollar, the euro, all of them decrease over time because the system we have today does not protect our wealth. And so that's what we mean by the money illusion. And we try to understand what is the real value. And it's an illusion again, because we are born with these currencies and used to it and never ask the question of why do we value something the way it is. Take, for example, a cup of coffee, which in 1970 would have costed you, let's say, 25 cents. But today, fast forward today, due to inflation, that same cup of coffee is now costing you $2 or $3. It's not that the cup of coffee has become more expensive, but it's rather the purchasing power of the dollar, the currency we are using to spend, has come down. And by introducing this new kind of currency that is stable, but at the same time, protects your wealth, we create something very disruptive. Now, to reimagine a currency that could do this is to go back in time and look at Facebook's Libra, which was a currency that had similar properties to what MahaDAO is trying to build. So Facebook back in 2020, 2019 came up with the Libra project as a way of creating a new kind of currency that was stable, back to a basket of assets, but was also decentralized and global. And it it had a lot of regulatory scrutiny because people realized what a disruptive thing this could be, right? And so, if anything, MahaDAO is trying to create a decentralized version of Libra. And the way it does it is by creating this currency called as Earth, which is what we call a value coin, and the first currency that is not pegged to the US dollar, euro, or Chinese yuan, but still remain relatively stable, unlike gold and Bitcoin. So it's a decentralized currency that protects your wealth, maintains purchasing power, is stable, and is as decentralized as possible. Um, and this is what MahaDAO is. It's a two-token system. So we have Earth, which is the coin we just mentioned. And then there is the Maha token, which is the governance and utility token. The reason for a two-token model is to make sure that while one token, which is the Earth coin, does all the purchasing power and the decentralization bit of it, the other token, the Maha token, is the gatekeeper, the token that is used to secure and decentralize the Earth value coin. And so we're calling this the world's first value coin, Earth, and Maha, the governance and utility token. And this is something that is driven by the people, for the people, by the community, for the community. And so MahaDAO is a project that is powered and governed by the people, designed to keep a vibrant community and using democratic frameworks like governance portals, forums, and social discourse to continue growing bigger and bigger. And as you can see, there's a lot of different products and innovations that the DAO is working on. And we expect that this kind of growth and thirst for innovation will continue to grow as more and more people join the DAO. And that's basically it. This is what MahaDAO is. I encourage viewers to check out mahadao.com, visit our website, go through the different documentation, and join our Telegram and Discord to be a part of the community and take part in this vision. Thank you.
Current revenue-generating methods don't allow publishers and businesses to offer an enjoyable, ad-free browsing experience. We need a new solution that brings everything together to benefit businesses and users alike. That's why we made Gather. Gather is a blockchain-based network that improves the online experience for users, generates additional revenue for publishers, reduces cloud computing costs for enterprises, and makes running a proof-of-work blockchain easier. Instead of spamming users with ads to generate revenue, Gather runs in the background of your site, and with each user's consent, aggregates their idle processing power. Then it distributes said power to enterprises for cloud computing and to developers for cryptocurrency mining. Publishers receive payment in cryptocurrency or fiat, users get to enjoy an ad-free browsing experience, and developers deploy their secure blockchains without the need to find new miners. Ultimately, it's a virtuous cycle that radically changes digital monetization and revenue generation to provide a superior experience for the end user. Join Gather today to be a part of the future.
So hello guys, today here is Reggie, the CEO of the Gather Network. So Reggie, can you just briefly introduce yourself for us and just let us know how you came to the crypto industry?
Sure.
Cool to know. Yeah.
First off, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be back and speaking with you. So yeah, how I got into crypto, I think in university, 2012, 2013, Bitcoin was like 600 pounds or something. I can't remember exactly. And being typical college kids, we bought Litecoin because it was cheaper and we didn't know how to buy like Satoshis and stuff. I think that was my first ever exposure to crypto. Then properly getting into crypto was 2017. I started home mining with a bunch of different systems while using something called NiceHash. For those who don't know, it's a popular mining software that optimizes your resources, etc. So I was using a lot of spare systems I had to mine using NiceHash, and that's I think my first proper foray into crypto. I think I was mining Zcash, Monero, even Ether at some point, if I'm not mistaken. And that's how I properly got into crypto, I would say, and then moved on into Gather over time. After, should I lead into that or?
Yeah. No, it's okay. I will ask you. I will ask you. But yeah, it's pretty cool story actually. I guess a lot of us, like crypto people, we started from mining stuff like Monero, Bitcoin, and Litecoin, and any other. So yeah, it's pretty like typical story of a crypto guy.
Yep.
Yeah. So move forward to the next question. What is Gather by itself, and what problems does your technology solve? So it would be cool to know for me and our audience as well.
Sure. So Gather was born with the idea. I worked in multiple industries before Gather, right? So I worked in oil and gas, I worked in advertising, and I was, I had a startup as well before. So essentially, after I left my job in advertising and after my last startup, a publisher hired me to help them monetize their content, but without using ads, because in today's day and age, everyone monetizes their content using advertising, right? But that's not the most. It's not the best in terms of UI and UX. If you go to YouTube, for example, or you go to any kind of economist, right? You either hit with a paywall or you hit with stupid amount of ads. No one really likes ads. They're not that useful. So yeah, that's the idea he had. Is like, is there a way to make money off the content I'm making without having to push ads to everyone?
Push some annoying stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I did some research. Yeah, exactly. Those freaking pop-ups that come, you go to some sites, instead of seeing like the article you're reading or whatever it may be, it's just freaking pop-ups everywhere. You can't even read it. It's unusable.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Yeah. So after doing a bit of research, I came across something called CoinHive, and CoinHive was the first JavaScript-based Monero miner. Now, essentially, it was made popular because Pirate Bay was using them for a while. So it was very, it had a bad rep. But it proved a very simple idea, is that you can trade spare processing power for revenue. And I thought that idea is brilliant. And that's where this foundation for Gather 3 years ago started, right? Is that you, as a visitor, you provide your consent that, hey, we can use your spare computing power. In return, you'll get an ad-free experience, right? And that spare computing power is being used to mine other cryptocurrencies. This was what it was 3 years ago, right? We came with that idea. We raised around $300,000 or so, I believe. And then we went to Rise. We built the MVP. We went to Rise Hong Kong. We demoed it in front of a bunch of publishers. And then, yeah, it was great. Everyone loved it. And then we're like, okay, we've demonstrated the product. We validated our idea. Now it's time to go raise more funds, right? So when we tried to go and do that, what ended up happening is that the bear market hit. So it was very difficult to raise funds. We put in our life savings.
Yeah, it's making sense.
Like most projects, right? We put in our life savings into the company, and then we just built. And then Gather changed over the 3 years. Now, what Gather is right now, it's a multi-layered ecosystem. So you have a layer 1 blockchain, you have a layer 2 that's being built, you have a cloud computing side, and then you have the alternate form monetization. So I'll break that down into different brands. So you have Gather Online. This is where when you visit a website that has Gather enabled, you ask for your consent, and then your spare computing power is then given to the ecosystem. The ecosystem that, for example, is being used to secure the actual Gather blockchain itself and child chains, etc. Right? And in return, the publisher then gets Gather tokens or whatever other tokens or cryptos are being mined on one end. The publisher can opt to share with you as an end user Gather tokens as well. So if I've earned, let's say $100, right, from my users in the month or week or whatever it may be, I can actually share, let's say $10, $20, $30, $40 with you as end users. It's a very good competitive advantage. So that's what Gather Online is. It was demonstrated and built earlier this year. We had a bunch of publishers using it. Everyone enjoyed it. It's a very clean UI. I did a video update a few days ago about it as well.
So basically, you just, I mean, I had a lot of questions to ask, but you already just, answered it. Like, yeah, it was a question like, what is the goal of your project? But I mean, you already answered this, okay? So, and also, yeah, like, just wanted to know more about what is the way enterprises can utilize from your technology, by the way, because as a user, as a final user, I already use Gather, right, on our platform.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, just I still didn't get it. Like, what is, how enterprises can utilize it,
Sure. The enterprise side is not on the online side. Like, for example, CoinDAR, you used it to make money, right? You got tokens, everything, right? That's simple. That's not for enterprises, right? That's not for enterprises, right? Enterprises on the other side, where they're actually buying storage and compute solutions from us. So you have a network of masternodes, right? I think there's about 90 or so masternodes right now, which we sold with NFTs as well. Like pretty awesome artwork. If you ever have the time, check them out. So these masternodes provide storage and compute, and we have a couple of services that are running right now, which is one is known as a file transfer service and the runtime environment service. The next one that's coming up is containerization as a service. So enterprises come to us because we're cheaper and we're providing them services that don't currently exist with their centralized or existing providers, right? So let's say you have AWS, you might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 services, but then you're going to DigitalOcean or someone else for the 6th service. So that's what it is for enterprise there. And the biggest factor in all this, especially something like the file transfer service, is extremely cheap.
I see. Okay, but so move forward to the next question. And so how about the publishers? Actually, like what advantages does Gather offer to publishers? Yeah, because and which major publishers become Gather partner? Because it's also like, question I really care. Because I didn't see that many platforms are using Gathers recently. That's why I wanted to ask this question. Yeah,
for sure. So to answer the first question, I think in terms of advantages, it's very clear cut and huge. Is that you don't have
just making money.
Yeah, you're making money off it, but then the biggest thing is that it's two things, right? You don't have to bombard your users with ads if you don't want to, for example, but you can actually earn Gather with ads. I mean, that's up to you as a publisher, but you can make double the money, right? So it's got very strong advantages depending on what your objective is as a publisher, right? Now, if we talk about usage right now, it was only online for that trial period, right? And then we turned it off. After that.
Stop. Sorry. Oh,
no worries.
You can just say it once again. Yeah, everything is okay. It's still recording.
No worries.
Not everything. Just last sentence.
No worries. Sorry, my head keeps getting screwed
up.
Where was I? Right. That essentially, we right now. What was it? The advantages are very clear cut, right? You're able to make money. You don't have to bombard your users with ads. And if you want, depending on what your objective is as a publisher, you can use Gather and ads and other monetization strategies. But again, that's not really an advisable thing, or what we would advise to do at the end of the day.
Okay. Just the final goal for both sides, just making money without annoying the final user. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Exactly. So yeah. And then if we talk about who's using it, we have, I think, 300 or quite a few number of I think it's about a lot more.
No, I mean, just it's kind of a lot. It's a big number of projects like for a startup. But what I'm saying is like about mass adoption. Like
we haven't opened it up for mass adoption yet. Only that trial period when you guys tried it, right? And we did that UI demo, everything. And after that, when it was actually live, we shut it down because the other side of the business model wasn't up, and that's required for everything to scale perfectly or in a sustainable manner. But after that, we never onboarded more people because it's very easy to acquire publishers. It's stupid. Even right now, we don't have to advertise. We still get signups. People still reach out to us in various categories. That's the easy part for acquiring customers on that end.
I see. And could you tell a few words about a Gather Cloud and its features, how it works? I heard about this technology you guys gonna like make a live stream. So yeah, it would be cool to share.
Live stream, I don't have it on me, but we did a video recently. I think that can be, if it's linked in the blog, that'll be good. So we have the file transfer service, we have the runtime environment service, and then the other one is the containerization of the service. The kind of market penetration strategy we're going with Gather Cloud is that we are going to offer services that don't exist in the market, right, or are needed right now, based on the feedback we get when we're doing the POCs with our existing clients. So that's what Gather Cloud really is. It's just a decentralized cloud provider, right? Which is based on this network of mass nodes within the Gather network.
Okay.
Which is a lot cheaper. Yeah.
Pretty simple answer, in short. I just wanted to hear, and know some more about it. So, and the next question, I guess, must be a most question I care, because as an end user, because I mean, as a publisher, but stop, just like this. Nothing. So okay, just move forward to the next question. I guess it's more important one, and I care about it the most as an end user. So what is like end users benefit from Gather? And the part 2 of this question is, will Gather online put a heavy load on my computer and like other users' devices? Because it was my main concern when I first time recognized a Gather, Gather window was like, do you accept? I was like, what is that? I was like, oh, they're probably mining on my computer. And it was like, no. And then I just like, okay, maybe I just need to give him a chance. And okay, yes. And I just checked, okay, it's a difference without like, it's no and yes wasn't that big. Like, I just was thinking like, oh, maybe they don't use like that much, power of my computer. Maybe it works some differently.
I can explain.
That's why I wanted to ask this question. Like,
for sure. So when you're doing proof of work mining, you have a hashing algorithm, right? So you have memory hard hashing algorithms and you have memory soft, if you will. So memory soft is what Bitcoin uses, right? That's why you have ASICs, because you're doing multiple computations very, very quickly. Whereas when you have memory hard algorithms, you need a higher requirement of, let's say, the RAM. We actually developed we developed a hashing algorithm, which is called GT hash, which is memory soft, which is a version of Ethereum's ET hash. So what that means is that it's not heavy in your system at all. It's barely noticeable, in fact. That's
so
why you don't notice a lot.
Even I can even use Gather on my smartphone. I mean, I can even accept it to the smartphone.
I've used it on my phone, yeah. iPad, laptop, TV. That's the thing. It's very, very low consumption. That was the first.
So, but how can end user benefit from it? Like there is no benefit from end user, right?
See, you're thinking from a direct monetary benefit. Right now, if you go to, let's say, what's a horrible site with ads that everyone has to visit?
Okay, I actually, sorry, my question was kind of stupid, I guess now, because it's actually so clear benefit. I don't see this annoying ads. So this is the main benefit. I was just thinking about it, like, why ask this question? I know,
But the other side of it that needs to be seen is that if the publisher, right, like let's say you enable loyalty program, you can then share your revenue with your users. Think about how powerful that is, because if you have another website,
it's really good. Yeah, it's really good way. You can make the users more loyal to your project, right?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's cool. This one is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you answered this one, and let's go to next one. So why did you guys decide to adopt the masternodes, and what is their value for the Gather ecosystem as well?
Sure, I think I touched upon this, but it's very simple. We need masternodes because they provide the compute and storage for Gather Cloud, right? I don't want to say too much about Gather Cloud. I don't want to oversimplify it, but essentially it's a decentralized cloud. You have various services like you have on AWS. You have Lambda, you have S3 in terms of storage, EC2, all these things. It's the same thing, but we're just providing a different set of services and products that don't exist in the market or that current enterprises need. The other thing that I can touch upon, like, we're going through ISO certification, because when you approach someone like I don't know, Dell or LG or any of these big manufacturers or any of these big enterprises, blue chip, they need certain certifications. So ISO 2701 is one of them. ISO 9001 is other things we're pursuing right now. You know, we've been in talks with Gartner in the US for a while about market penetration strategies because this is a somewhat semi-mature market, right? So what are the products and services you need to be able to get your foot in the door? And the file transfer service that we've developed is very, very strong in terms of a utility standpoint. So coming back to it in terms of masternodes, right? They provide the raw compute and raw storage we need, which then, you know, we run our applications for whatever it may be, and that gets sold on to your enterprises, right? And the rewards that go to your people who own these masternodes, and you have buybacks and burns that coming from the USC revenue from the enterprises.
Cool. And so I guess everyone are really interesting. When are you guys gonna launch it public and, you know, for the whole industry? Because yeah, I was like, hey, why they didn't do it yet? And I know that you guys did it once and then you stopped. So this, when are you just gonna do it again? Yeah, because I'm really waiting for it because it's amazing. Yeah.
For Gather Online, it's ready to go, right? The thing is, when you talk about Gather Online, that's inflation in the token economy, right? You're just having tokens come in. You can't always have that. So we need the other side, which is Gather Cloud and Gather Enterprise to come online. When either one of them is ready to go online and we see the inflation and deflation are somewhat matched, it'll all come together as one, which we're getting closer and closer day by day.
Okay. So can I just share some information about your team members, like who you are and yeah, where you guys located and stuff? Just
Sure. So me and CFO were based here. Me, the CFO, the marketing manager, are based here in Dubai. Yeah, so I have an oil and gas background, advertising and serial entrepreneur. Farouk, he's just, you know, comes from Grant Thornton and KPMG. He's a derivatives trader or futures trader as well.
So can we see the Burj Khalifa from your window?
No, unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no.
I was just wondering maybe because you mentioned Dubai, so I was like, oh, maybe.
No, we're on the other side. I live on the other side. Our CTO, she's been in the industry for almost 34 years in terms of tech. He ran the Center of Excellence for cloud computing for a company called NCR, which is a very large tech provider based in Atlanta, in US. Vic, our tech advisor, he used to work with Status. He used to work at Oprah, runs a boutique blockchain development firm as well. We have Ahyan. He was a CMO of a project called Colossus XT. And then he worked with a company called Nexian as a marketing manager for 9 years. We have Udit. He was with me in my last startup. Who am I missing? Stephen, our general counsel for Gather Entities. He's an SEC specialist based out of the US. Patrick, our chief financial controller, is a certified, CA in the States and financial advisor. He's got very boutique knowledge or very niche knowledge about the industry and crypto and regulation specifically, because, all these 3-letter agencies, SEC, CFTC, et cetera, all these guys. So he has a lot of knowledge about dealing with them.
Yeah, so it's sounds like pretty experienced team, by the way. So cool.
Thanks. Yeah, it took us time. And then we have Narain.
9 years, 10 years. How are you guys old? How old are you guys?
You know what? The most hilarious thing is I'm the youngest.
Oh, really?
I'm the youngest. Yeah. It's always been the case, but yeah. We have Narain. He was the former vice president of Publicis Group. Charles Reed, the founder of Rarestone Capital. John Kim, he's the founder of another VC, and then also something called LuxCore, and yeah, quite a few others. And then the dev team itself is about 17 members, community managers, all of it.
Oh, so you have a huge amount of members in the team as well. Oh,
yeah, because I was
thinking because I don't know, maybe it also sounds kind of weird, but from my perspective, I was thinking maybe just 2 guys who made this kind of technology, because it must be pretty easy to make. And why I didn't realize it before. I was yeah, it must be something, right? That's why everyone can do it. But yeah, now it makes more sense for me.
It's very difficult.
Well-experienced team and a lot of people, a lot of workers are working there. So yeah.
It's definitely not easy. We have multiple product lines, right? You have a blockchain, which is a layer 1, then you have a layer 2, then you have the cloud side, then you have
it's a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, now makes sense actually. And it makes me more respect the project and the team actually, because now it sounds like, oh, you guys really doing a cool job. Like, no, it's not that easy as people can think. Because I mean, personally, I was thinking it's like pretty easy because it sounds easy, right? Just like, hey, let's do it. Like, but just like, yeah, just throw up all of these ads. But yeah. Okay, and could you share some future plans for the upcoming year with us? Maybe you go public or something.
Yeah,
cool announcement for next year.
Minerva will be a big one for the end of the year. I think Minerva, the release of that, the launch of more services for Gather Cloud. I think the biggest one, which everyone is just waiting for, is going live, which is all tied into Minerva specifically and the other services that we launch in Gather Cloud. I think that's the biggest thing for us, because once those floodgates open, there's no stopping. Everything else is in place: the foundation, the entities, the companies, the marketing, the network, partners, existing clientele. That's all there already. It's just literally just turning it on, and we just have to wait till we have the right amount of services for cloud.
Okay, I mean, I just wish you guys good luck. As a partners of us, and it just as an end user, yeah, I really wish you guys good luck and make this platform alive, and to make a mass adoption. Yeah, like it will be really awesome, to just reduce all of these ads.
Yeah, no, for sure. I appreciate the kind words, and hopefully that day comes very, very soon.
And just non-Gaza related question, so what is your perspective of, crypto market in 6 months? Just curious.
I might.
Yeah, as a really big influencer in crypto industry, so it would be cool to know what is your perspective.
I've been hearing a lot of murmurs from different people that people are going to start risking off volatile assets at the end of Q1 of next year. So at the end of 6 months, I expect that we should be at the top of the market, and that is when we're looking into the next cycle, which is the bear, right? This is what I personally think. This is what a few people have told me as well. One thing I'd like to see less happening off is these overinflated valuations we're seeing on NFTs. NFTs are here to stay, but it's a bubble right now, and they need to come back to fair market value.
Okay, I appreciate your opinion. By the way, I totally agree with you. I have the same point of view. So yeah, we may be gonna make a new APH this 6 months, maybe February, January.
Yeah.
Maybe faster, you're right. Yeah. And yeah, NFT market is it looks like a bubble right now, so people need to be careful with it. So
very, very, yeah.
Yeah. So Reggie, I guess we're done with this interview today. Thanks for your time. Yeah, I hope to see you next time as well, and hope to see your project become alive finally for everyone, become open for everyone soon. So thanks again. Was really cool to hear from you directly, and cool to know you finally. So yeah, have a good day, by the way.
You too, and thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure to finally meet you as well. And
no problems.
Be glad to be back, and enjoy your day as well, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. See ya.
Current revenue generating methods don't allow publishers and businesses to offer an enjoyable ad-free browsing experience. We need a new solution that brings everything together to benefit businesses and users alike. That's why we made Gather. Gather is a blockchain-based network that improves the online experience for users, generates additional revenue for publishers, reduces cloud computing costs for enterprises, and makes running a proof-of-work blockchain easier. Instead of spamming users with ads to generate revenue, Gather runs in the background of your site, and with each user's consent, aggregates their idle processing power. Then it distributes said power to enterprises for cloud computing and to developers for cryptocurrency mining. Publishers receive payment in cryptocurrency or fiat, users get to enjoy an ad-free browsing experience, and developers deploy their secure blockchains without the need to find new miners. Ultimately, it's a virtuous cycle that radically changes digital monetization and revenue generation to provide a superior experience for the end user. Join Gather today to be a part of the future.
Imagine a lake with clear water and unpolluted air. Imagine a website with real news and no hidden, unlabeled, sponsored articles masquerading as real news. That place exists, and it's called Be in Crypto, the first and only cryptocurrency news portal to provide complete transparency and honest news. Pure, relevant, informative. Are you in?
So the next guest is a special guest and our gold partners who contributed a lot to make our summit alive. It's John Schneider, Business Development and Blockchain Specialist at CPI Technologies. Welcome, John.
Good day, I'm John Schneider and I'm from CPI Technologies. We're a German company. It is an honor to take part in Synopsis 2021. I would very much like to speak to you today about what we do. So we specialize in the tokenization of assets, ecosystem development, and personalized enterprise solutions. CPI Technologies is really a full service company. We're located in Mainz, and we focus on professional Web3 development, blockchain, finance. And one of our key products is that we are allowed to develop highly efficient fundraising campaigns with security token offerings, as well as most recently non-fungible token offerings. A little bit more to that later. Now let me take you guys through who we are and what we do. We absolutely believe in decentralized finance, in distributed ledger technology as a whole. And so we've made it our vision to create and enable sustainable and vibrant decentralized finance ecosystems and tokenize the world. We plan to achieve our goals by offering a full service support of Web3 development and enabling an ease of access to security tokens in the future. Everyone should have access to financial education and to the assets and start building. And as such, we've developed what we like to call identity economy solutions, where we focus on building Web3 software, identities, and utility securities. I'll take you through exactly how we do it and what we do now. Initially, we start off with creating an identity that could be personal or corporate avatars. Then we move on to creating a token economy, where we really aim to build in utility ecosystems and strong communities. And finally, we are allowed to offer securities through security token offerings, and as such, aid your project with highly efficient fundraising campaigns. So our first step are the identity solutions. We understand that to mean a Web3 presence. That could be a simple website, or we act as tech and business development partners for decentralized application developments. And we've developed decentralized KYC solutions, which is our newest little technical gimmick, a metaverse-enabled avatar that protects your real-life identity while unlocking access to security tokens, for example. Let's move on to our ecosystem solutions. We at CPI Technologies have an incredible expertise in developing customized and highly efficient, innovative Web3 software solutions. That involves understanding the token economies behind it, where we have multiple abilities to simulate token economies, as well as being a partner in really building your community and supporting you in the first stages of your product, or later on when you're already established. We have a dedicated marketing team that has a lot of experience in this aspect. It really is our goal to get the user engaged and start to unlock network effects. We do this by tailoring digital and real world utility and giving your economy the edge. We help you in expanding your ecosystem by integrating and connecting you with partners all across the globe. And most recently, just as much as I guess everyone else, we've been absolutely fascinated by the NFT boom. And NFTs are quite something. So far, they've gained, quite a notoriety for the high speculative aspects of it. And it's been a way for certain projects to raise funds, but also, most importantly, engage with their community and create an exclusive identity. We've termed this non-fungible token offerings. And one of the reasons why we believe they've been so successful is because they bring a user utility that was previously not available. So that could be anything from exclusive access in real life or digital events to really engaging the user by allowing them to co-create with the product, have access to merch that will otherwise be unavailable, to vote, to be a collectible, or possibly have ingrained lottery systems. As I briefly mentioned, the identity aspect of NFTs should never be underestimated, as NFT avatars can really help your project and community to identify and start to really build. We see a future where one identity, an NFT, will also be interoperable with many different applications and games. And maybe most importantly, you have certain aspects and commercial rights that can be ingrained, such as programmable money and financial contracts. In this case, it might be royalties for creators or artists when their work is resold. So there's a lot going on with NFTs. We absolutely love it. And we've also been having a bit of fun with it. Our latest example is our Convicted Squirrels project, where for client and partner, we released our squirrels, and we integrated a unique NFT mechanic which we like to call sharing the soap, where 1% of every squirrel resale goes into a pot. And squirrels were locked up for certain felonies, and these felonies are then placed atop a monthly soap chain. And the ETH in the soap fund is then distributed among all the squirrels with that specific felony trait. In the pre-sale and the first 24 hours, we were able to raise 40 ETH for our clients. From August 21, we've gained 40,000 followers on Twitter. So that's quite a statement and absolutely speaks for our marketing and community engagement expertise. However, NFTs aren't just for fun, aren't just art. They actually have an incredible applications, an incredible range of different applications. And that could be anything from licenses and certifications, such as possibly a university degree, to your driver's license, a plane ticket, to being utilized in consumer goods, understanding where a product came from, tracking its provenance, and also identifying fraud. Furthermore, in real estate and art, it can accelerate the transfer of ownership and allow for fractional ownership in assets that previously were quite illiquid. Possibly most interestingly, what I'm most looking forward to as well are their applications in the metaverse and gaming. And I believe, or we believe, this will open completely new revenue streams previously not available and undreamed of. So we've had a little bit of fun with NFTs. Now let's talk about what we actually really do and what we've done in the past. We are really proud of the fact that we were the trusted tech partner for the first German real estate security token offering. We've been able to raise around 250 million for our partner so far. That's since 2017. The difference between the difference between NFTs and STOs is that a security token offering requires a prospectus, but also allows you to pay out dividends of your product, whereas an NFT is not allowed to pay out dividends. So that's something to consider, but there are a few legal considerations that we can help you with as well. So in the tokenization of assets, we can really, as a tech partner, as a business partner, we can support you in pre-emission phases where we're able to issue securities in 5 jurisdictions, and that's growing. We can help. We have trusted third partner legal clients that can help in the prospectus creation. As a tech partner, we especially come in when it's about the emission, post-emission, and utility phase. Right now, we have solutions and aids for token creation, investor access, KYC, fundraising, as well as storage, trading, and compliance solutions. Our newest product that we're working on is really giving securities utility, allowing governance, lending, borrowing functions, and integrating them into decentralized insurance protocols. Our expertise comes from being able to really cover the whole spectrum of security tokenization.
Addie owns a real estate company. He plans to build residential building totaling in 1 million euros. For a project this big, he needs investment. He wants to avoid the exhausting conventional investment process like an IPO. He may try to sell real assets, but these will only reach the very wealthy investors. Instead, he opts for STO, an innovative and regulated way to attract investment. What is STO? STO stands for Security Token Offering. Tokens represent ownership of a real-world asset, such as real estate, debt, equity, share, or a bond. STO combines blockchain technology with the regulation of securities markets. Imagine splitting a house in 100 billion parts and selling them to different investors all across the world. And blockchain can handle everything automatically. Benefits from the project are distributed in certain ways. The investors can receive a share of the generated profit or a fixed interest rate depending on their investment, while blockchain automatically handles organizational procedures like voting and decision-making. Why STO? Global reach. Security tokens are not tied to any particular broker and can be traded globally. And investors can easily sell their shares if they need to. Less legal hurdles. STO simplifies many administrative formalities. With a clear regulatory framework, transferring a digitalized asset will be much faster. In the case of real estate, individuals or companies will be able to access the entire real estate chain with a single click. Time and cost. Fewer formalities means sparing time and cost. By eliminating intermediaries from the transaction process, STO makes it possible to attract a large amount of investment in a shorter period of time. Safe and secure. STOs are compliant with laws and regulations, specifically with anti-money laundering and securities law. Digital investors and entrepreneurs go through all stages of identity verifications and enjoy the same level of protection as conventional investment. Almost every asset can be tokenized with STO. Company shares, high-price art, patents, transport, and machinery. CPI Tech can help with all the stages of STO development and launch.
Exactly.
John owns a real estate.
So this is just an example of a custom-built software for one of our clients. This is our security token, white label security token offering software. We have many more. Always desktop and mobile enabled. We have a broad range of expertise. We can program on different platforms, blockchain platforms, mobile applications. So really anything you want to make happen, we can help you. And this is our guarantee. We have a multidisciplinary team across many different areas of business, from technology to sales and marketing. Maximilian Schmidt is our CEO, and he's an incredible programmer, boss, and visionary. It's my honor to work with him and the rest of the team as well. This is just a small sample. There are more on the back. We work with trusted partners for law and compliance across multiple jurisdictions. So if you're a blockchain startup and you need support, we can really cover any area of the project and help you make it successful. If you're an enterprise looking to find ways in which distributed ledger technology can help you and optimize your business, we are also very happy to sit down and offer our consultation and advisory services. We're looking forward to all the very cool projects that we'll be hosting here and we'll be speaking at Synopsis. We look forward to any feedback we receive from you and hope to engage with you guys soon. Thank you very much. I'm John Schneider, and it's been an honor.
So the next guest is our special guest, as always, Marie Tatibouet, CMO of Gate.io. Hello, Marie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marie Tatibouet, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer at Gate.io. I think a lot of you people would know Gate.io today as one of the top 10 crypto exchanges, but we are actually also so much more than that. We're also one of the oldest cryptocurrency exchanges, as we've been around since 2013. And we've really been able to progress with the industry a lot. We've been able to really take away all of the things that over the years, all of the challenges that we have had, whether it be with hacking, whether it be with, changing of the trends. And so we're very much, we very much know how to react very quickly to be able to better serve our customers. This year, we doubled the amount of users that we have. Last year, we hit 3 million, and this year, we've already hit 6 million users, and we're approximately trading about $1 to $2 billion worth of volume per day. Gate is known for listing a lot of the altcoin gems. I have to say that the research team, I work directly with them, and they are always on the lookout for the best cryptocurrency projects to be listed, often first on Gate.io, right after they were listed, maybe on Uniswap or other swap projects. One of the great things that we launched a year ago was GateChain. GateChain is our public blockchain, which is really focused on providing security. As you know, and as I said earlier, Gate's values really are around transparency and integrity, and of course, incredibly high security, because we've been around since 2013, so we know how intense a lot of these hackers can get. And that's why we created GateChain, to be able to enhance fund security, whether that be for institutions or for the retail trader. But today, I don't want to talk about, the millions of users that we've added, all of the coins that we've added, all of the futures volumes that we have, or the updates for a very user-friendly experience. No, today I want to talk to you guys about NFTs. NFTs have been the biggest trend now for the last few months, last few weeks, maybe even. And at Gate, we have seen how interested all of the traders, all of the investors have been in NFTs. And so we decided to launch our NFT MagicBox, so as to allow users to be able to trade and to also mint a lot of NFTs themselves. And we are using GateChain to be able to mint some of these NFTs. What does this mean? This means that A, it is super secure because GateChain is really focused on security. But B, it also means that because we're not using ETH, although there is an ETH bridge, but because we are not using ETH, you can mint NFTs for next to nothing. And this is really important because we are seeing all of these artists, all of these projects, all of this innovation coming into the NFT space. But there are big issues with the ETH fees, the ETH gas fees. If you're just creating something for fun, then maybe you want to try it on Gate first because you'll be able to mint them for next to nothing. I think it's a little bit complicated, all of this NFT stuff. And so I think it's really good to kind of practice on a platform that's not going to cost you a lot of money. And we've also seen a lot of users, a lot of investors, a lot of traders be very interested in purchasing, trading on the Gate NFT MagicBox. So I think this is the most significant feature that we've launched in Q3. I'm really excited by it. I know we have been contacted by a lot of different projects who are really interested in doing some partnerships. And we've also been contacted and have been in touch with a lot of artists. We're very excited to be able to mint some of these NFTs and have a platform that's available to them to be able to engage with their community. And the latest thing that we have also done with NFT MagicBox is we are also launching OpenPunks, which is an NFT that you can customize yourself. You can kind of decide what your OpenPunk will look like. There will be about 10,000 of these OpenPunks that will be created, all of them with basically you get to decide whether you want them to have a hat, whether you want them to have such and such color hair, such and such color eyes. And I think it's really exciting. We're still finalizing some of the minor details, but I am really excited to see OpenPunks. And I have been assured that there is a lot of growth to be had in the value of these OpenPunks. So I do think it's very interesting for investors and traders to take a look at this new project on the Gate NFT MagicBox, because I believe there will be value. There is value to be added with this project. So I have seen a lot of excitement, especially from the media, and then also from the users. Now, the users on Gate.io, of course, continue trading a lot, especially in the last week or so, last 2 weeks. There has been a lot of excitement in the industry. Obviously, we have a lot of spot trading, and we also have a lot of futures trading available for a lot of users on a variety of different coins. So I do encourage everyone to go and check that out. But we are slowly but surely educating all of the users to see NFTs as well as a new asset class and a new opportunity for investment and for trading. I do have to say I am particularly excited about partnering with a lot of gaming companies, a lot of gaming projects. We hosted the Exceed Me tournament pretty recently, and that worked very well. I spoke with the entire team at Exceed Me, and they announced our sponsorship, and I got to speak to some of the people who were participating in the tournament, and they are increasingly seeing a lot of value being created from cryptocurrencies and from NFTs for the gaming space. I do foresee that there will be a lot of growth from that space in particular. There are a lot of other things like fantasy football and, definitely NFTs being generated from a lot of these esports and stuff like that. But I do think gaming is particularly interesting because, like I said to the guys from the Exceed Me tournament, what I told them is it has been since the beginning of gaming that you've invested in virtual assets like a new armor for your warrior, et cetera, et cetera. Myself, I invested in virtual horses when I was a child, and I really saw the value for me with the game that I was using. I was really excited. It seems like a very basic example, but I do foresee that there will be a lot of this in the gaming industry to come. And what better way to do that than to use NFTs and cryptocurrency? So this is what I'm the most excited about at the moment. Of course, also very excited about Bitcoin being adopted by El Salvador. We've seen a lot of new users come in from there. And I do see a lot of emerging markets come up as well. So there are a lot of exciting things that are happening. But yes, the NFT space is definitely where I see we're going to see the growth for the rest of this year. And in particular, DeFi NFTs, I think, are going to be incredibly exciting. There's a lot of innovation that's happening in this space, especially when it comes to front running your trades. You do have to know a lot of exchanges have their own trading desk and they have their own kind of tactics to be able to front run. What does front run mean? It means they're taking a look at what you're trading and they're front running you. So they're, placing some bets ahead of you. Obviously at Gate, we're very focused on transparency. We don't have a trading team. We don't front run. And if you want to go and check where your funds are, you can go and use the 100% proof of collateral feature that we have on the exchange so that you can check exactly where your funds are at any given moment so that you know that we're not using your funds as collateral to enrich ourselves. Like a lot, I would say maybe even most exchanges do. If you cannot find a feature like 100 proof of collateral on another exchange, I would say it's very likely that it's because they're using your funds for alternative purposes to enrich themselves, just like banks do. And just like I think a lot of projects, a lot of exchanges might do. I'm really proud to work at Gate.io because this is not the case, because we've always been very focused on providing the user with the best experience. And yeah, we take our pretty low, I would say, commission. And that's the only way in which we make money. That's the only way. Now we have other products, of course, like wallet.io and GateChain and all of that. But on Gate.io, that is the only way that we're making money. And you cannot say so for a lot of other exchanges. So that's why I'm particularly excited about working at Gate, and the innovation that the tech team is constantly striving for is incredible. And the NFT MagicBox and the OpenPunks project is just an example of that. And I'm looking forward to seeing where this NFT craze leads us. I have met some people who've been talking about and collateralizing lots of different financial products into an NFT. And I think there's also going to be a lot of interesting things happening around that as well. So I would really watch this space because, I mean, I think we're really going to see a lot of innovation with that. And then with DeFi, with NFTs, so as kind of like allowing you to collateralize your NFTs, but still be able to, you know, make the most out of your investment. And isn't that what all of the traders and investors at Gate.io are interested in? Isn't that what you're interested in? I know it's definitely what I'm interested in. And I'm looking forward to seeing how we can continue to build a new financial order that's going to empower us as the people. Thank you so much for joining me today. And you can come and find me on Twitter at Marie, Marie Tatibouet, to kind of follow my musings. And of course, I very much encourage you to sign up to Gate.io to try out all of the features that I have been talking about. And we do also have a lot of new content that is coming out all of the time so that we can help educate all of the newbies and all of the oldies who are engaging with a lot of these new products, in particular NFTs, because they are so new and it is a little complex. So you can watch the Gate.io website, YouTube channel, and on Twitter at Gate_IO to follow all of the listings that we're doing, all of the new features that we're launching, and of course, all of the educational content that we're always coming out with to help educate all of the users around the world. Thank you so much for joining me today.
We help fund, build, and localize tech startups in the world's most promising regions. Synopsis is a one-stop solution for tech companies trying to make sense of China and Southeast Asia. Check out more at synopsis.group.
Okay, hello guys. Here's Maksim, the CEO of Lead Group in CoinDar, and today we have an interview with Addie from Algorand team. So nice to meet you, Addie.
Hey, it's nice to meet you too.
I guess we can just get to the point and start from the first question. So Addie, please tell us a little about your background and how you came to work with Algorand. Was it a life-changing experience? Because I'm so excited to talk to you. You know, like.
Yeah, I got really, I mean, I've always sort of been an early adapter in technologies, and I guess I started getting into crypto probably in 2013, 2012. And since then, I started getting more into NFTs the last few years, and that's sort of been a really interesting experience. So I got into Algorand sort of through some advisory roles. I was working in another layer one, and I met one of their research team members, who's now the lead of the research team, Tal Robin. And I was absolutely blown away with the way that they were thinking so forwardly in terms of their cryptographic initiatives and their research and sort of how the chain was being modeled for like a really long-term robustness. And so I was thrilled and honored when they offered me the opportunity to come into Algorand. And of course I came. And so a year and a half later, I'm still here.
Okay, so it was pretty life-changing or not?
I would say obviously yes. It's an amazing group of people. It's some of the smartest researchers, mathematicians, economists that I've ever been around, and that's an amazing, humbling opportunity. Yeah, I would say, of course, it's a life-changing opportunity.
Sounds really awesome. I mean, I'm kind of envy you, by the way. Maybe one day I would be a part of a team like you. So anyway, move forward to the next question. Like, do you believe your version of proof of stake is the best consensus mechanism for Algorand, or do you maybe have plans to develop one of your own for best sustainability?
Mm-hmm. So Algorand runs on a pure proof of stake consensus mechanism, as opposed to proof of work, which has I would argue a lot of environmental consequences in addition to technological, such as it doesn't scale. Once it does fork, you have legacy code bases and so on and so forth. With Algorand, since the blockchain never forks, 2 blocks, essentially the implications of that is that 2 blocks can never be propagated to the chain at once, because only 1 block can have the required threshold of committee votes. And then at most, in addition, like 1 block is certified and then written to the chain in that given round. So basically all transactions are finalized. And because there's no forking, you don't have an issue with this legacy and derivative code bases, which will happen, I think, with a lot of the proof of work chains as we move into the future.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but so you don't have plans like to develop your own system, right?
I mean, because of the protocol that we have that's built on the Byzantine consensus, I don't think that there's any intention to change that. It would fundamentally have to change the direction of the chain, and then we would have to fork it. I'm not aware of any ability to use a different consensus mechanism without having to create some kind of legacy and then docking essentially the old blockchain to the new blockchain, which causes all sorts of possible complications.
Okay, makes sense. Just gonna mess all stuff up and just make it more complicated.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
I appreciate. So Algorand states that it modernizes the creator economy. So what benefits can you offer to projects that wishes to launch NFT on your platform? And what is your vision of the future NFT development on Algorand?
Mm-hmm. So I spent about the last 10 years and continue to be an artist who's represented by commercial galleries in places like Berlin and New York. And I've always looked at technology as a medium. And so coming from a very specific use case to yet another specific use case, which is blockchain, I've really helped sort of define the conventions and parameters and standardizations in which Algorand is building out its NFT kind of ecosystem and space. We have some really robust, exciting projects that have come out in addition to circumventing the issues with traditional proof of work NFT sites. So we don't have high gas fees, the transactions are almost instant finality, and we don't have to deal with a lot of the sort of issues of what is considered the state of the art right now in NFTs. So as a result, we've brought in some of the top collectors, we're bringing in some of the top artists, and there's platforms like Arost, Rand Gallery, AB2 that are all being built out on Algorand with sort of the intention to not only have bidirectional bridges, but to circumvent the issues that will kind of, I think, eventually be faced by the current proof of work marketplaces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciate. So moving forward to the next one. So what Algorand ecosystem projects are you most excited about? It's going to be really cool to know the personal point of view.
That's a tricky question because it's so specific to like the vertical that you're looking at. Off the top of my head, and maybe just because I've spoken to them recently, there's a project in the Draper U Accelerator, which is called EXE Finance. Mm-hmm. And they're a multi-asset swapping. Yeah, EXE. It's EXE.finance, and they're a multi-asset swapping kind of Uniswap-like alternative, but onto Algorand. So you can do porting. The other thing that I think that they're doing really smart is, so the interface and user experience is really strong and easy to use. There's a low threshold of barrier to entry in terms of onboarding to it. There's a lot of intuitiveness in terms of understanding the pools, and I think they call them baskets that they're utilizing. But the fact that you can do the multi-asset swapping on Algorand, and then you can also do NFT FT swapping is really quite interesting. And they're also looking at kind of the EVM to AVM compliance that is kind of a barrier to entry with some projects, and they're basically circumventing that by building a bidirectional bridge. So I think that's a really cool one. Arost, which is an NFT project which has been started by Pablo Rodriguez Frau, who's one of the, if not the biggest NFT collector in the entire NFT market space. He's credited with like discovering Beeple and all of these sort of really established pack and the big like blue chip NFT artists. He's building out the Arost site, which will be launching in Miami around Art Basel, Miami. So I think that's a really interesting project as well. And then we have some like Gaia Chain, Planet Watch that are more like green kind of NGO environmentally focused, which I also think is a really interesting vertical right now and sort of lends itself to a lot of ability to create like large changes and shifts within the way people are working with environmental spaces, utilizing the blockchain. So
yeah, it's good to know. So I noted I'm gonna study more. Appreciate your insight. So
no problem.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. Nice. So by the way, you guys already did a really good job. And you're already like a top project. Now we're top 20 as far as I know, with over than like 700 ecosystem members. So what's next? Top 10? Top
World
5?
domination, top 3, and I think bringing Algorand to the masses.
Okay. Okay. So also Algorand is a smart contract platform, right? So how does it compete with Ethereum and wide adoption and Solana? And it's up to like 75K TPS.
So to some extent, the value in DeFi and sort of smart contract platforms isn't necessarily who has the best technology and the fastest TPS, although I think our TPS right now is around 45K. It really has to do with the environment and the ecosystem that's built around it. So one of the things that we're looking at from the Algorand positioning is what we can offer the community that the other chains can't. So with ETH, it's like we don't have gas fees, we have the instant finality, we have the security, and I would argue.
Sorry, you just mentioned you guys don't have a gas fee like at all.
Say it again.
You don't have a gas fee at all, like it's zero.
It's like it's so with one algo. Last time I checked, you can do like 1,500 transactions, which is about, what is that, like a tenth of a cent or something?
Oh, okay, so it's even cheaper than Tron.
Yeah, and it's extremely fast. It's pretty much instant. So when you look at it from, let's say, the use case of NFTs, you're circumventing, especially for people that are using NFTs as an asset diversification space. It allows you to kind of leverage those NFTs in a way that is much more of a cost burden, I would say, on ETH, but also a time burden because of the time it takes for those to be actually validated by MetaMask, whatever it is you're using, is just really frustrating at times. I mean, if you've used it at all, you can see how congested it is and everything. So.
Okay. So thanks for answering. And what is special about the Algorand? Like, what was it, like 330 million foundation? Yeah, DeFi fund.
Yeah, I think it kind of depends on the current value. I haven't checked today, but yeah, it's around 300 million USD. So we're being really prescriptive in the fund for the DeFi. What we essentially kind of went out to do was we wanted to be strategic and prescriptive in our ask. So by defining the fund, it allowed us to really focus the marketing and community and developers that are eager to build out an Algorand, sort of like where the opportunity lays. So we offered specifically for this first round, it was oracles and bridges. An oracle sort of like a data aggregation space, and then a bridge allows you to basically communicate between two chains, which would otherwise be siloed within their own ecosystems. And we felt that in order to kind of face the future of blockchains, I believe very strongly that one of those key points and differentiators will be interoperability. Bridges allow you to be interoperable between other chains. So that was a really important thing that we wanted to get out immediately. And then from there, we've had really high success and high application rates. So now we're sort of appraising now what the next round will be from there. And then continue to just be very strong, strongly focused, I think, on the DeFi vertical.
Okay, well, good to know. And so I guess it's the last question for today's interview, and just give us more insights. What is the next big thing about Algorand after community governance?
I mean, I still feel very much in community governance because it closes on the 15th. So if you're watching this before October 15th, you can still actually commit algos to it. And it's amazingly smooth kind of user experience for people. You don't have to have a lot of understanding of crypto to be able to participate. So I think that's a really key like differentiator from a lot of other chains. In terms of what's next, we're looking at, I think specific verticals beyond DeFi. We're really interested in sort of mainstream adoption and the belief that we have to make crypto accessible in the sense of a low barrier to entry, ease of use to really, I don't know what the right word would be, but to essentially kind of dominate the market space, society, and across every channel that we have the opportunity to work with. And of course, we have a lot of stablecoin relationships coming out, a lot of NFTs. Marketplaces jumping out. It's really hard to kind of say what's next because we have so many spaces that are shooting up right now in the ecosystem in the space that I don't want to necessarily pick one.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm just going to buy some Algorand right now, some Alga coin. For sure, yeah. Are you guys on Binance, by the way?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm just logging in my Binance account. I'm kidding.
It's not financial advice, but
I'll do it after. I'll do it after the interview.
Okay.
It was really interesting to hear from you today, and thanks for your time. Yeah, you just gave us a lot of insights and interesting information for me as well and for our audience. So yeah, appreciate it again, and see you in Synopsis, like some of your team. So and
yeah,
maybe
definitely.
see you next time. Yeah. Appreciate for the time
and
today.
If you have any further questions or anyone in the community wants to reach out, I'm always on the Algorand Discord and I'm pretty active on Twitter, so feel free to ping me.
Oh, okay. I will follow you. Up. Cool. Yeah. So thanks for you again, and yeah, good luck. Have a good day.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye. So as I mentioned today, we're not just having a representative from NFT marketplaces. So we also have people who are making NFT and working in gamifying. And the next guest is Ben Alquist, CMO of ChainGuardians.io. Hello, Ben.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much. I am honored to be here. My name is Ben, Chief Communications Marketing Officer for Chain Guardians. Today, we're going to be covering a lot about the exciting, innovative platform and protocol that we have on the Chain Guardians side of things. As you can see on my screen here, this is the Chain Guardians ecosystem. It's the world's first superheroes meets blockchain NFT and RPG mining platforms. The whole concept of what we do with Chain Guardians are create immersive gaming experiences, combining it with world-class art and leading technologies. And so as we dive into it, we distinguish brands, we develop NFT use cases, we empower digital asset holders, we optimize free-to-play, play-to-earn environments, which is critical because there's so much to talk about with play-to-earn, specifically within the purview of free-to-play. So we're excited to dive a little bit deeper into that. And then we've also created these world-class cutting-edge technologies, which are aimed to create easy pathways for people to immerse into the environment of blockchain. And obviously, we'll talk a little bit about this as well, but the Chain Guardians ecosystem powers a really dialed in, focused, innovative, world-class launchpad that we've announced as being the Chain Boost protocol. And there's really exciting engagements and interactions between the two that we're excited to dive into. So what is Chain Guardians? Chain Guardians primarily uses NFTs. We create world-class NFTs and NFT art. And these NFTs can be used for a wide purview of things. First and foremost, we have the world's first NFT mining platform and protocol. What does that mean? It means it's a gamified mining system where people can stake their NFTs for an opportunity to earn on-chain rewards. In lamest terms, you have NFTs, they're awesome. Everyone loves NFTs because they represent actual ownership of digital assets, right? And there's so much more that we can do with them because we're still figuring out what the entire world and the use case of NFTs do. And that's what we've done is you have these NFTs, this digital art, digital asset. Now you have the tokenized, it's tokenized, so it represents the actual ownership of that digital asset. And now what you have is we're creating utilities and pathways for digital asset holders to interact with those, which is really cool. So you have these NFTs, you can stake them on our platform to earn traditional yield opportunities and on-chain rewards. Historically, we've offered CGG, which is our in-game, which is our on-chain token and the powering token of the Chain Guardians ecosystem. But also we have things that really divide and move forward to creating new pathways, right? So these characters are usable in our NFT mining platform and our turn-based roleplay game. And a turn-based roleplay game basically means you have this NFT uploads, you can use it in our turn-based roleplay game. You can earn on-chain rewards through playing the game. So not only do you have these little assets, but now you can earn rewards. You can earn and realize income through two different pathways, being NFT mining and our turn-based roleplay game. And so let's dive into that a little bit. If we look a little bit in terms of everything that we've done as an ecosystem, we haven't gotten started really with covering the tech, because there's two pathways. When you start with blockchain gaming, there's two pathways. You dial in the tech, or you dial in the gaming aspect. And we really front loaded our tech efforts. And you can see that because we were the world's first NFT minting platform that utilized Chainlink's VRF, verifiably random function, smart contract. And what that allowed us to do was people could mint, and it would randomize the mint. There were 16 different models. Zorar was NFT we used. There were 16 different models, and it focused on dialing in exactly this randomized lottery field that's completely on-chain, provably fair, and there's no way to cheat the system. We're still waiting for VRF to make its way to Vegas, but who knows how long that'll take. We also created the world's first cross-chain NFT portal. This was actually accomplished in 2019, where we worked very closely with then Matic at the time and now Polygon to create the world's first NFT portal to allow NFTs to transfer from one chain to another. So we've been building since 2018. Our founders have been building 2017, 2018, the Chain Guardians ecosystem from the ground floor. Obviously, NFTs are hot. Everyone wants NFTs. Everyone wants blockchain gaming because it represents the empowerment of gamers, which is awesome. And it helps. There's so many different things you can look at with blockchain gaming, whether it be advancing third world country economies, advancing different economic impacts in terms of people's supplemental income. You have it. We were doing it in 2017, 2018, before anyone really even knew about it, before NFTs were in the limelight, before we are where we are today. We were building, because there's something to be said about building and delivering in comparison to just promising. That's a critical thing in this space, is there's so many promises, but you have to look at who's building, who's doing, who's actually progressing. And that I'm proud to say that we've done that. And our track record, as I said, with this NFT mining portal, or excuse me, with this NFT portal that allows cross-chain interactions of NFTs, was accomplished with Matic in 2018, 2019. So today, this year in 2021, we released the first ever portal between Ethereum mainnet and Binance Smart Chain for the NFT cross-chain interactions as well, which is very exciting. We've also created a cross-chain token bridge where it allows our token, being CGG, to be functional on Ethereum, which is native to Polygon, as well as Binance Smart Chain, and possibly some other opportunities as well in the future. In terms of collaborations, we've worked with a lot of really high class projects, and we're excited for it. Highlighting specifically Polygon, Chainlink, Elrond, Decentralized, Covalent, just naming a few. There's obviously a lot other, like Bridge Mutual, that really bring to life a lot of exciting opportunities, like decentralized risk protection for lending and borrowing of NFTs. And there's a lot that we can dive into with the partnerships alone, but unraveling and unpacking the entire Chain Guardians ecosystem is of itself a time constraint. So we want to make sure we get through everything. Obviously, we have all this information at chainguardians.io if you want to come check out all the partnerships, collaborations, and everything in between. We'd love to welcome you to that platform to do so. Moving forward to NFTs, we talked a little bit about the NFT mining game. It's very simple. You log into our platform with native and compatible NFTs. You're able to stake them. I'll give you a demonstration of that here in a minute. But also you can use these NFTs to play as video game characters, as we talked about, with being usable in our turn-based roleplay game. And the very exciting thing that people need to be aware of is that these NFTs actually count towards a boost score, which we'll get a little bit into Chain Boost and how the Chain Guardians ecosystem powers the Chain Boost protocol specifically. However, the main overarching concept here is if you have more NFTs, it increases your likelihood to get into these lucrative IDO, pre-IDO, INO, which stands for initial NFT offerings, Network Land being probably the most notable in recent times. We'll dive into a little bit about that. But first and foremost, obviously world-class art too with collectible value. So we work very closely with our lead artist, who is actually very high up in some of the largest comic companies in the entire world. And so Chain Guardians, in addition to all this massive utility that we built out for users, because users should have digital assets and do things with them, we've focused on becoming the DC Marvel of blockchain. And we're very well underway. We have Kuma Comics, which is a comic series. We have our immersive art, as you can see here on the left and right of your screen, with the duck, and then obviously Aaron, who's the Elrond character, and the duck being the Duck DAO character. But the focus here is world class. It's top-notch quality for art, top-notch quality for tech, top-notch quality for game, and that's the concept. And we're creating that formula. We're building the team to make sure that we can deliver upon that promise, because again, the theme here is delivering, not promising. It's much more about meeting the people behind the team, behind the camera, to see if they can actually connect the vision with the reality. And that's why I'm here today, to outline how we can do that. One thing that we're very, very excited about, however, that said, is that we are completely free to play and play to earn. So people have avenues to come into our platform and start from square one. Their play to earn cap is going to be lowered if it is free to play, because we have to incentivize people to advance through the ranks, right? So as you move through our gaming platform, you have the opportunity to earn. As you earn, you can then use that money, pull it out, take that income out, pull it out, realize it for profits, or you can put it back into the gaming ecosystem, enhance your character to increase your cap, level your character up to increase your cap, spend it on other in-game assets, which will ultimately increase your earning cap. And so it's all about how you choose to use the income that you realize. You can immediately pull it out and so have you, or you can further expend it to increase the immersive experience within the game, but also increase your play to earn cap. More on that to come. And the first and foremost, I think it's imperative to note that in this regard, there's a lot of things that people can do with CGG as we move towards CGG being the governance of both Chain Guardians and Chain Boost. There's traditional DeFi opportunities. Right now, DinoSwap, we have a CGG Matic pool over on DinoSwap. We have internal staking coming very soon, which is also going to highlight a gamified version of staking where people can come on and earn fractionalized NFTs through that process. But there's also going to be traditional avenues for that as well. So not only do we want to create an appeal to traditional markets, but we want to appeal to these gamified gamer markets as well, which is extremely critical. You can also purchase NFTs with CGG and access IDO, pre-IDO events as well through the Chain Boost ecosystem. And to further accentuate everything that CGG really powers, everything is going to be on CGG. We just had 7 days of dev updates, which accentuates and really brings to life the immersive utility of the token. I don't think there's a more action-packed, utility-packed GameFi token in the market. I would love for someone to come forward and educate me. However, I'm equally excited because I don't think another project has created the utility for CGG that we have, for a GameFi token that we have with CGG. So there's traditional gaming opportunities where it increases your level cap. You can buy in-game assets. You can increase your play to earn opportunities. You can go forth with traditional DeFi opportunities if you want to contribute to the LP pool on DinoSwap, which is funneled through Polygon. Obviously, we have internal staking, which is going to offer fractionalized NFT mining. We also have Chain Boost, so people can acquire CGG, improve upon CGG to the point where they can quite literally gamers can play their way to these lucrative INO, pre-IDO opportunities. But also as you play the game, there will be an opportunity and a pathway for people to mint assets, mint NFTs, and CGG will be used to mint those NFTs in addition to physical merch and 50% of all NFT sales moving forward are going to be through CGG. So CGG is the umbrella of this entire ecosystem. And there's a lot of exciting things that we're looking to unveil as we move forward as well. So currently, right now, we have CGG versus CGC. This is going to be completely abolished. We just had 7 days of Dev Week, which really accentuates that our entire platform is moving away from fiat, CGC, etc., and it's going to strictly be CGG, meaning everything you interact with our platform is going to be CGG. You want to advance through levels, you want to buy items, you want to buy assets, you want to improve, you want to increase your play to earn cap. It's all going to be driven through CGG. CGC is going to be completely abolished. Right now, players can earn CGC through playing our gaming platforms. However, people that currently earn CGC will have the opportunity to claim that CGC and convert it to CGG, which is very exciting. So just want to dive into some of our recent accomplishments. Not everyone is on this list. However, we've done a lot. We've collaborated with PancakeSwap, Uniswap, QuickSwap, Gate.io, KuCoin, DinoSwap, SushiSwap, a lot of swaps, a lot of good stuff. In terms of collaborations, again, we talked about Elrond, Bondly, Bridge Mutual, Refinance, Coinburp, Rosion Finance, Orion Protocol, which is very excited for some of the things that they're doing with the innovative aggregator approach on that regard. Tidal, Refinable, Network, NFTify, Mogul, Niftify, and moving towards tech updates, P Network Bridge, which we discussed, token bridges across different chains, Chainlink VRF, and all kinds of amazing opportunities. And then as we move forward here, this really focuses on, I want to dial in specifically with this NFT mining platform, because there can be some confusion here. So essentially, NFTs have the opportunity that they're assigned hash rate. And hash rate basically just represents the likelihood that they're going to be successful with mining, with earning on-chain rewards. Your team is comprised of up to 9 NFTs. So you can, if you have 10 NFTs, 11 NFTs, 12 NFTs that are all compatible with the platform, you can pick the NFTs with the highest hash rate. Generally speaking, rarity is determined by hash rate, right? So you can craft your team to optimize your chance of earning on-chain rewards, stake this team once you've crafted it, and then earn revenue, which is really cool. No one else is doing this. We're very excited. And we also, the theme of today's presentation is we just had 7 days of dev updates where it completely shatters every boundary you can imagine within the GameFi space. And we'll cover that article a little bit as we dig deeper into this as well. But here's the Chain Guardians RPG. We've covered a lot of it so far. However, the overarching concept here is that these NFTs, you can then upload, basically. You don't have to do anything. I say upload. You don't have to upload anything, but they sync with our RPG platform. You can craft team compositions, optimize battle strategies through positional opportunities, engage in PvP. We're going to release PvP play to earn as well, which is really immersive and exciting, and earn revenue. So quite literally, NFTs, digital asset holders, free-to-play players have these opportunities to earn revenue through passive and gaming and active gaming opportunities. So I'm going to take this opportunity to dive in here. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see here. Going to take this opportunity to just go over some of the things that we've discussed when it comes to the 7 days of dev updates, because I want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to recognize all the cool things that we're doing here. So essentially, we had IDO back in March, and the whole focus here with IDO was we're going to focus on accentuating and furthering what we're doing in the space, but most importantly, we're going to take the time to listen to our community. And it's because the emphasis on social listening is imperative to then optimize these experiences for both gamers, participants, supporters, you name it. Some people want to throw investors in there. We don't like using the word investor. We like to say supporters of the ecosystem. So we recognize there was a lot of feedback with CGC to CGG conversion. The feedback here specifically is it's complicated, it's confusing, it's complex. The reason why we started with an off-chain currency is because we were initially positioned for mobile optimization and that being the goal. We're still pursuing that, but obviously there's been a lot of changes. There's a quick moving flow with legislative frameworks. So there's still a way for us to accomplish that, but we're completely getting rid of all CGC off-chain interaction. Every token you earn is going to be on-chain to really make it simple and easy for users to earn, but also do things with the money and the income that they earn. Moving forward, we're going to merge the RPG and the NFT mining platform. This might sound a little confusing, complex. The overarching concept here is that you're going to have active ways to play and interact, earn income, and you're going to have passive ways. So if you don't have the time, I don't have the time, there's avenues to earn income through both platforms. And it's all going to be centralized. I know centralized is such a scary word, but when you unpack that, it's our protocol, our platform is aiming to be a centralized experience for decentralized elements, which is imperative to recognize that, because you shouldn't have to go to 10 different platforms to get one experience. And so we're all packing it in. We're going to have internal staking. We're going to have both play to earn platforms. We're going to have an NFT marketplace. Everything is going to be condensed. The one-stop shop will have educational courses and material on there as well. Because ultimately, when you look at the GameFi space, our job isn't just to appeal to blockchain enthusiasts. It's to welcome art enthusiasts, obviously focusing on NFTs, and gamers into the space, and then create that pathway, bridge that gap so that we can welcome them into the blockchain space with immersive, educational, and user-oriented content to then educate them on blockchain so that they can, here's a door, start playing, easy to play, have fun playing. But by the way, here's this thing called blockchain. It's going to change the world forever. And that's the main focus of this centralized experience on using decentralized elements, right? And so we're also going to really dive deep into the introduction of guilds, meaning we're going to expand on the social elements. People should be able to interact, talk good, talk bad, obviously in good faith, and have fun with what they're doing. The main concept with Chain Guardians, we have 2 games being NFT mining and their turn-based roleplay game, and then a 3rd game, which is in development. Very excited to talk about that later down the road. And then the metaverse that we'll talk about here in a bit as well. But people should be able to interact, have fun, and it should be that massive time sink. World of Warcraft, /played. No one wants to share their /played because it tells you how many hours you sat in Stormwind or Orgrimmar doing nothing with your life. Love it. Nostalgic, right? Takes us all back. However, that said, the introduction of these guilds really focuses on driving that social element so that people can interact, have fun, time sink, earn income, which is the missing element with the games in the past, but have fun and socialize while you're doing it. So as we go past here, NFT death, don't worry, your NFTs don't actually die, but feel free to come onto the Chain Guardians website here at the top that you can see, and you can read through all the nitty gritty, but gonna keep moving so we can get through all of it. Enhanced RPG experience. This is just talking about what we're doing within the balancing of the game. Again, nitty gritty getting into the gaming aspect of it. We're classifying our characters or NFTs as tank, damage, healers, and then allowing them, empowering users to optimize experiences and strategies through incorporating talent trees and different opportunities as well. So moving forward here, we have CGG lockup, which is incredibly important because it focuses specifically on how we're moving fully towards CGG being the on-chain token, right? And this on-chain token delivers this really incredible and immersive user experience. That said, whenever you spend CGG to increase your character cap or spend CGG on in-game assets or interact with any inflow of CGG into our wallets, 50% of that hits a smart contract that's locked up for 5 years. Again, it's looking at what the promise is, but analyzing the actions. That tells you one thing. Our goal is not to be here for 5 months, not to be here for 5 days. Our goal is to be here for 5 years, but most importantly, well beyond that 5 years. And that's why we've committed to that 5-year lockup. And then we'll dive deep into a DAO governance model where people can vote. Our ecosystem can vote on what happens with those funds as we roll towards that 5 years as well. So these are just some of the different ways that people can spend CGG, as we talked about. Full stack CGG, armor, weapons, characters. You can stake. 50% of NFTs will be sold in CGG. Marketplace fees will tie into this. Merchandise will be purchasable with CGG as well. So a bunch of really amazing things here. A quick note on staking is, with internal staking, it's going to parallel with something called a Guardian program. This offers incredible experiences, such as if you hold X amount of CGG, you'll have the opportunity to be airdropped every single NFT in our ecosystem. You'll have NFT mining boosts. There's all kinds of incredible things. We're likely going to run out of time just with this segment because there's so much to talk about. That said, obviously encourage you. There's a Guardian program tab here at the top of your screen that I'm sharing, and you can feel free to dive deeper into the Guardian program. I do implore you to do so, especially if you hold CGG or consider holding CGG. Day 5 is an NFT mining 2.0 business to business interaction. We've created this thing where people have NFTs. So the main concept is you have NFTs, you have digital assets. Now what? So any NFT company can come to us and say, here's our series of NFTs. We want to add utility, add value, drive value to our users. We've created that. We've white labeled that solution. Projects that want to bring utility to their NFTs come to us. They say, we want to contribute X amount of tokens to this, and we want to create a pool. It means it will then create a pool specifically for people that hold those NFTs, where they can stake those NFTs and earn traditional APY opportunities. So think about it like this. If you go to OpenSea, and this is just hypothetical, go to OpenSea, you buy an NFT, button pops up. Oh, by the way, you can do things. You can stake this NFT to earn rewards. Hit that, brings you to our platform. You stake your NFTs on our platform and earn stuff in return. That's an overarching concept there. Day 6, we have live events. Obviously, we're kind of all locked down with COVID. However, we're attending live event right now with Token 2049, and then coming up, we're also attending the world's largest NFT conference, in-person NFT conference with NFT NYC, which we'll be attending, and we bring supporters. So, for example, we're bringing someone, all expenses covered, to our platform for NFT NYC, and he's very excited to be joining us as well. But day 7 is the shocker. It's the cryptoverse, which is the innovative model for what we're doing. Is we've created turn-based role-play game, NFT mining, and this third game platform that we're still in development. But now we have the cryptoverse, which focuses on land, right? But we're driving utility. A lot of amazing things in the store with this: lending, borrowing, interactions, play to earn, avatars, everything you can think of. Basically consider everything already on the table, but then more. And that's what we plan to deliver with this. Very exciting. A lot of work is going into this, and we just expanded our team exponentially, so designated specifically for the cryptoverse. So the whole concept here, here's one of the 3D models. This is Bitsy, kind of our poster girl. But as I'm running out of time here, I'm going to take the opportunity to talk just move a little bit towards Chainboost, which is really important to understand. Chainboost is an innovative DeFi and NFT-oriented protocol, and it's all underpinned by something called a Boost score. The Boost score represents the overall involvement within the Chain Guardians ecosystem, and it's really important to recognize, mainly because we talked about buying NFTs, we talked about holding CGG, staking CGG, and everything in between. Long story short, because I am running short on time here, and this is always my issue, is there's so much to unpack. There's so much to talk about. Overall participation: hold CGG, buy CGG, stake CGG, hold NFTs, play our platforms, being NFT mining and turn-based roleplay game. All of it contributes and constitutes a Boost score, which is like a credit score. But within the Chain Guardians ecosystem, we analyze how loyal you are. And then based off of that, it gauges the likelihood of getting into these IDO, pre-IDO opportunities. Spores did like a 34x, Babylon's did like a 15x, Network to be determined will do well for itself. Poco Fantasy did a 99x. The Hustle and Masa, Crypto Blades has done very well, Engine Start has done very well, Blockchain Monster Hunt, and so on. We only take the best projects. We only do the best. So to unpack everything, Chain Guardians, free to play, play to earn, utility pack token, traditional DeFi, innovative gamified DeFi, everything in-game assets. It locks up to increase the scarcity, the sacredity of it. And then you also focus on these different things, buying NFTs, merchandise, NFT minting fees, you name it, all encompassing token that powers this protocol. And then we focus on player-driven economy, sustainability, and it all ties in. Everything all ties in to Chain Boost here as well. So gamers are entirely empowered to free to play to earn their way to these incredible opportunities. And it's all backed by the amazing Chain Guardians ecosystem. So thank you so much for listening to my presentation today. Very much so appreciate it, and have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, chainguardians.io, chainboost.io. We have a wonderful in-house community management team that would love to discuss everything between everything that we've covered today. So thank you again. Looking forward to this incredible event, and have a wonderful day.
Bears and bulls are the two driving forces of the crypto market, depending on who buys and who sells. The bear, his superpower is to make money even when the market is down. Bear's strategy is selling short and provoking a supply increase. The bull, the whole bull's life is dealings for a rise. His main goal is a growing market. Bull is optimistic and pluckily beats first. The confrontation of bulls and bears lasts forever, and as its prize depends on who leads the fight. Exmo, choose the strategy and make profit.
Welcome to the Theta Network. Earn T-Fuel crypto rewards simply by watching live streams and videos. As you watch and share with others, you're contributing to the decentralized Theta Network, all powered by Theta's native blockchain. Discover the future of video delivery at thetanetwork.org.
Imagine a lake with clear water and unpolluted air. Imagine a website with real news and no hidden, unlabeled, sponsored articles masquerading as real news. That place exists, and it's called Be in Crypto, the first and only cryptocurrency news portal to provide complete transparency and honest news. Pure, relevant, informative. Are you in?
So this person doesn't need any introduction, but we still did. Today, with us, the CEO of one of the loudest projects of this year is Sota Watanabe, the founder of Astar and Shiri Network. Sota, hello.
Hello everyone, my name is Sota Watanabe. I'm founder of Astar Network and Shide Network. Astar is previously known as Plasma Network. So probably some of you guys hear about Plasma Network, but this became Astar right now. And also, I am one of the 7 directors of Japanese Blockchain Association, and also one of the task force member of Trusted Web Council, led by Japanese government. So today I'm going to introduce Astar Network, which is our primary product in Polkadot Parachain. So let me share my screen. I hope you can see my screen. So Astar Network is a multi-chain smart contract hub ecosystem supporting Ethereum virtual machine, WebAssembly, and multiple layer 1 blockchains. So Astar is going to be a Polkadot parachain, meaning Astar is going to be connected to Polkadot relay chain. So Polkadot is a multi-chain smart hub connecting other blockchains, such as Astar, such as Akara, Moonbeam, and so on. And Asta is the one of the Polkadot parachain. And by doing so, we can import Polkadot security from Polkadot relay chain to Asta. So the valuation of the Polkadot is around 30 billion right now. So we can import 30 billion security from Polkadot to Asta once we connect our blockchain to Polkadot. In Polkadot connect blockchains, but technically speaking, Polkadot only connect blockchains built on substrate. And this is where Asta networks comes in, because Polkadot need adapter to connect other layer 1 blockchains. And we have already created Ethereum bridge, and Cosmos bridge and Binance Smart Chain bridges are under the heavy development right now. So sorry for a lot of the text, but this is our tracking records. So we got 7 grants from the Web3 Foundation since 2019. Web3 Foundation is the core company, core foundation behind Polkadot. And I think 7 is the highest number in the ecosystem. And we graduated UC Berkeley Acceleration Program, and we are participating in Microsoft for Startup. And we have already graduated Substrate Builders Program, as well as Web3 Bootcamp. So our ecosystem is getting bigger and bigger right now. So we have a bunch of people on Telegram, Discord, and Twitter, and so on, and WeChat. From now on, I would like to talk about the problem we would like to solve. The first one is Polkadot is an emerging blockchain that is going to be very popular in coming years. But Polkadot relay chain, the heart of the Polkadot, does not support smart contract functionality by design. So no one can deploy their smart contract on Polkadot and make application. So we need at least one parachain that has smart contract functionality. And this is where Asta Networks comes in. And second problem is EVM compatibility is literally everywhere. Ethereum compatibility is on Polygon, Ethereum compatibility is on Avalanche, and Binance Smart Chain, etc. So this is also a default feature for all Polkadot parachain. And the third one is platforms are all about networking effect. But generally speaking, there are no financial incentives for early developers to deploy smart contract. So when you deploy smart contract on Ethereum back in 2014 or 2015, you have to pay the gas fee, which was cheap, but which is very expensive right now. But you cannot get anything from Ethereum blockchain. And if you deploy smart contract on other parachain or other blockchain, you have to pay the gas fee, and you will not get a protocol revenue from protocol itself. And Polkadot, the fourth problem is Polkadot connect blockchains. But basically speaking, Polkadot only connect blockchains built on substrate. So if your blockchain is not built on substrate, you cannot connect your blockchain to Polkadot. So we need a central hub that connect various layer 1 blockchains, not built on substrate. And this is the solution. So we have 4 important features. The first one is dApps staking. And dApps staking is the basic income for all developers. I'm going to explain what dApps staking is later. But to make the long story short, you can earn token while making smart contract. This is very important feature for us. And second feature is multi-virtual machine. So we have an Ethereum virtual machine as well as WebAssembly. So you can deploy Solidity contract on the top of our Ethereum virtual machine, and you can deploy Ink smart contract on the top of WebAssembly. Ink is a smart contract language made by Parity Technologies. And third one is layer 1 bridges. So we have been supporting Ethereum bridge, and we will support Definity bridge, Avalanche bridge, Binance Smart Chain bridge, and so on. And we are working on rollup, especially optimistic rollup and ZK rollup. And very important feature is DApps staking, basic income for all developer. So I would like to explain how it works. So let's say Asta's valuation is 1 billion. So we have a 10% inflation per year. So 100 million is going to be distributed to people. And 10% goes to creator. This is validator, like a miner. And 40% goes to treasury. And based on our own chain governance, 40 million will be decided how to distribute. And 50 million goes to developer as well as DApps staker. And we have a portal which is already live, and anyone can deploy smart contract by using our portal. And anyone can stake their token on DApps on the top of by using our portal. And by staking your token, you can get staking rewards. And by making contract, smart contract, or by making infrastructure on the top of Asta, you can register your DApps or infrastructure on the top of our portal, and you can 40 million was token by making contract. Developers join our ecosystem and create DApps or infrastructure because they can earn token. If you deploy something on the top of Ethereum or other parachain, you have to pay gas fee. This means you are losing your fund money. Instead, if you deploy something on the top of Asta, you can earn token while making contract. So we would like to say build to earn protocol. So by building protocol, you can earn token. So build to earn is the next movement. So, and if the more dApps are created, the more token will be staked on dApps. And the more token are staked, the less token there in circulation. So there is positive feedback on our valuation. And let's say valuation became 2 billion, we can distribute 200 million, and we can distribute 100 million for developers. And then we can encourage much more developers to deploy their smart contract on our platform. And the more dApps are created, the less token they are in circulation. And there is another positive feedback on our valuation. So valuation is getting higher and higher and higher. So this is our token ecosystem. And this is our innovation. We also support, this is another innovation. We are supporting Ethereum virtual machine as well as WebAssembly. So you can deploy your smart contract on Ethereum virtual machine as well as WebAssembly. According to Gavin Wood, the creator of Ethereum and Polkadot, the WebAssembly is the future of smart contract virtual machine. But legacy Ethereum virtual machine is very important right now. So we are supporting both. So we are supporting Ethereum virtual machine and also WebAssembly and make them interactive. This is what we would like to do in coming months. And we are also making bridges. We have already connected our blockchain to Kusama, which is Polkadot Canary network. And we will connect our blockchain to Polkadot. And we have already connected our blockchain to Ethereum. And the Cosmos bridge and Binance Smart Chain bridges are under the heavy development. Sorry, the train station is over there, so this might be noisy. But we are really focusing on the bridges right now. All right. We have already launched the very first minimum viable product, MVP, of our portal. So this portal allows you to deploy smart contract and earn token while making smart contract. I'm going to show you later. And our ecosystem is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So we are focusing on DeFi and NFT right now. And our ecosystem is getting rapidly. So this is the roadmap. We have already supported EVM and WebAssembly, and we have supported dApps staking, and we have already published Asta Network Portal version 1. And in coming months, we're gonna focus on bridges and also dApps staking. And then in 2 or 3 years, we're gonna enter into a DAO. meaning that we're gonna close our core company, Stake Technologies, but our protocol, Asta network, will be survived and sustainable. So this is very unique feature for public blockchain company. So let's say if you close Facebook, I mean, you are the CEO of the Facebook or Amazon. If you close Facebook, the application will not be sustainable. But in case of blockchain, if I close my company behind the Asta is going to be sustainable. Just like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Bitcoin does not have a core company behind Bitcoin. Ethereum does not have a core company behind Ethereum. So we're gonna do the same thing. And lastly, I would like to show you a demo of the portal. We have already launched our product, which is the portal. And this is the testnet. I have a 30 Shibuya token, and I can transfer my token from here to here or other addresses. And you can deploy your smart contract from here to the public blockchain. So once I uploaded my file, you can see the function here, and you can see a name. You can decide your name and the gas, and you can deploy the contract just like this. I don't deploy a contract right now. So, and the most important page is dApps store. So many smart contracts will be deployed on a portal, and you can stake your token on dApps. I can stake my token on PolkaEX. I can stake my token on standard protocol and other contract. So the more smart contracts are created in our portal, the more option we have, and the more token will be staked. And then the liquidity is getting smaller and smaller. That's why there is positive feedback on our valuation, fully diluted value. All right, so I have already explained what Asta network is and the unique features, and also I have already shown a demo. Yeah, portal is available on portal.astanetwork.network. So it would be great if you have a time to check it. And in coming months, we're gonna really focus on becoming a Polkadot parachain and also making bridges. So yeah, let's keep in touch.
We help fund, build, and localize tech startups in the world's most promising regions. Synopsis is a one-stop solution for tech companies trying to make sense of China and Southeast Asia. Check out more at synopsis.group.
So hello guys, today here's Maksim, CEO of Calibra Group and Coindar, and our special guest from Economy, Dmitry. Hello Dmitry.
Hello everyone, so glad to see you today and glad to participate in Synopsis forum. My name is Dmitry Shalutko, as you said. I'm the CEO of Canadian byeconomy.com cryptocurrency exchange. We was founded in 2019. So we already working 2 years on this market. This October we have a 2-year anniversary, so conducting some promotion and interesting activities. So please join us, and you're able to get good benefits.
Cool, glad to know actually. So, I mean, can you just tell us more about your background and how did you get into the world of crypto?
Yeah, sure. So my background going through stock market, as I started Actually, from when I was a kid, I always was interested about big companies, where capitalization, how we make money. So I like to count where numbers, and it was very interesting to investigate where operations. So stock market attracted me mostly, and like since 2011. By the way, I'm 32 years old right now, so people can calculate the time frames. Since 2011, I started to be trader on New York Stock Exchange, and also started to operate some family fund. Yeah, and the stock market actually provided me with good knowledge of how everything works in this business, how different companies actually grow, how they start their business. Because when you working on stock exchange, you actually doing a lot of analytics work. You're making fundamental and technical analysis. You're going deeper, and I can tell you, like, many people want to say what crypto is full of scam and empty projects. But if you go deep to stock market, for example, there is a huge section.
It's pretty same. Yeah, it's like penny stocks and stuff.
Yeah, penny stocks.
It all came from like a normal traditional finance, by the way.
Yeah. It's a lot of like empty companies and firms who actually have like only table and nothing else, and they have like a couple $1 million cap. So please don't think what crypto is too scammy. Scam actually is like a natural thing in all spheres. So like since 2014, where was, of course, Bitcoin came to the market in 2009, but since 2014 we started to check it on our radars and see what actually this is an interesting tool and interesting. During that time we didn't understand anything about crypto, but we just look at it just like to any kind of share or opportunity to invest and make money. And I was interested to go deeper to this technology, and like since 2017 I'm going deeply, and I'm working with many exchanges. Also I used to work with many blockchain projects, so I have experience in fundraising. Like my previous experience provided me opportunity to attract more than $30 million during ICO time. Also I have experience in business development. And we used to have a partnership with such giants like IBM, Lenovo, Amazon Web Services, and it's between crypto companies, so it's not usual thing on this market.
So what exactly like, you guys do?
This is what actually was a blockchain platform, and we had a partnership about development and implementation of private blockchains with these companies. Of course, many of them was just like signed contracts and ideas, what was not implemented. But anyway, this is how it works on crypto market right now, and it's still not developed enough.
Yeah, but so I mean, I just wanted to ask you about what was the idea? Like, why did it come up? Was the idea to create a cryptocurrency exchange, by the way? And it was in 2019. Wasn't it late? You now just started to give us some process of your working and stuff, but I really want to know like why you started it.
Yeah, sure. I during my experience with many crypto projects, I always faced in relations with many crypto exchanges. I have friends and relations with many of them from the top 10. So like for me and for my partners, we have the same opinion. Crypto exchanges is kind of banks, like classic banks, but in crypto sphere, because it's like bank plus stock market, because crypto exchanges provide availability to list new projects and tokens. So it's entrance to public market. and it's an opportunity for development of this project. And banks, because crypto exchanges store the value, store the cryptocurrencies of other people, so it's like safe, and people used to use their services because of it. So 2019, it was like our natural date when we was ready to make it done, because to build an exchange from the scratch, from the zero, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of money, of course, because we invested millions of dollars to development, and it's still going on. So before 2019, like from 2017, we started first steps and development things.
So it was like two years earlier than the official start.
Yeah, sure.
It's pretty long, like runway, like 2 years.
Yeah, sure. It usually takes, like, to build your own chain, it also takes like 2-3 years. So with crypto exchange is same. If you want to build a good exchange with a huge safety, multi-layer architecture, with good design and a strong background, it takes a lot of time. And this is what we actually also see on DeFi market, because if you take a look for this kind of DeFi project like our compound, something like that, you can see where development started like 3-4 years ago, because good things need time and it takes years. So people also need to understand it, and need to be patient sometimes, because all of them and many of them they are asking things and want to see everything immediately. But like in big deals, in big business, this doesn't happen. Even Binance was founded in 2017. We also worked a couple of years before about preparation and launch of an exchange. And right now we see it's like huge and worldwide top 1 platform. But we also from 2017 till now, where it taken 4 years to become now a top 1. So it's also huge development and a lot of work to do. So 2000.
So I wish you guys good luck, and it would be cool to see what you guys like will become. So I'm just moving to the next question. I guess it's the most interesting question for our audience today. Like, what is economy exchange in general? Because, for example, for me, I've never heard about it before, so it would be cool to know. And like, what did the name come from? And what is the mission of the exchange, like in general, in a whole?
Yeah, sure. I can tell you, yeah, before, until now, we haven't such a great promo and development, because before we had only spot trading and OTC trading sections, and we was okay about our customer base and the number of users. So we haven't like huge PR and marketing development before, but right now we see what current market situation is really good, and it's a good time to grow really fast and provide the best products and services. That's why first of all we launched our official exchange token, native one, BIT token. It was launched September 6th. It was very successful launch. We provided 200x profits to our investors, where wasn't any like pump from our side. It was all natural, because people understand what exchange token very valuable. We have a huge list of utilities, even more than BNB, and we have a deflationary model inside. So it's really huge thing. And the creation of own BIT token, it's like launch of our huge development and expansion around the world, because we also.
So you mentioned that many stuff like so in a raw, and like, so what makes you different like with other exchanges, and how you're better than them? Like, because you mentioned a lot of stuff and I just kind of lost the point. So like, yeah. So
yeah, you also asked about naming. So let me shortly explain. By economy comes from Bitcoin, of course, because it's father of a whole market and economy. So we connected it. It can be like said, like binary economy, doesn't matter. But our mission, like to bridging the new economy to the world and connect the real money, real sector, real economy with crypto world. So we're looking for business partners. We're looking for cooperation with many companies and investors, and want to attract them to the crypto business inside.
So you guys are not just working with crypto, you're also working with the traditional segment of the market and trying to attract them come to the crypto world and like make a digital application. Like,
Sure, because crypto exchange, it's always a huge ecosystem what actually provides good opportunities for the classic business to join this market. Because we have a different strategy about listing. We have accelerators, we have a full-fledged listing companies. For example, any traditional business can came from us, and we can tokenize them, help about it. Not exactly like make it our own project, but we can provide them full support if we can see what it has a good potential and very promising project. So this is how we working with projects and doing business. And this is also our huge competitive advantage, because many exchanges were used to take projects ready-made, who already hyped, have a huge community. Of course, we also want to make like fast money, fast business with these projects, but we also care about the whole ecosystem and joining and make it stronger. So Bioeconomy ecosystem stronger if we attracting new and strong partners. Each project what listed with us, it's already our partner, because we sharing our influence, we sharing our community, we promoting this project to our community, and this is very valuable for the project also. So that's why we are kind of partners. And regarding the
so this is making you like different with other exchange, maybe.
Yeah, the general philosophy about it, it's not like about making money. Firstly, it's about building and growing. Relations, and of course we want to grow to a good and huge platform, comparable and bigger to Binance. So our goal to grow to top 10 exchanges in 1 year, and we definitely know how to do it, because all our team members experienced in crypto exchanges. We know all tools, we know all mechanics how to do it, and it also takes and it's about product development, it's about community management, about PR and marketing, about all of the parts of crypto exchange development. So we know it well, and we know how to do it, and go from point A to B to top 10 exchange.
Sounds awesome. I mean, I wish you good luck, guys. And it'll be really cool to see. And basically, you just mentioned Bioeconomy exchange token, right? So can you just tell us more to our audience, like why it's needed and what's role does it play right now? Would be cool to know.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, Bioeconomy token, it's our community token, and the reason of the launch was to attract, of course, and grow our community. So right now we have more than 100,000 active members, more than 40,000 people in Telegram. All is live, all is active, very strong community. And of course, there is no reason right now to launch exchange token without any utilities. Just make it empty, just provide commission discounts, and that's it, like classic exchange token do. So we actually provided right now very unique utilities to our BIT token. So first of all, I already mentioned it's deflationary model. It's used to be in some meme tokens, in kind of DeFi projects, but we also realized it in our token. So token has a 6% of tax, and 4% from this amount go into for burning, and 2% going for distribution as a reward for all wallets in the network. So actually, it's a ready-made online going model of burning and rewarding of each user in the network. By the way, Bit now Binance Smart Chain based, and of course in the plans, as I said, to develop on chain, it takes like a year, 2 years. Of course, in the plans, we are interested to build our own network, own chain, and probably it will be Solana based because Solana has a best technology on the market. It definitely will be a real Ethereum killer.
So can I just ask you, I mean, since we're still talking about it, token, you mentioned you guys made like 200x, right? Like in kind of short time. So how did you achieve that incredible growth? And like, how did you guys did it? Like, was it pump? Like, like Robinhood, you know, the Robinhood stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or like, well, market making. What was that? I'm pretty like interesting. How do you guys achieve it?
Yeah, actually, it was all organic because of our first listing, and still we listed only on PancakeSwap. So there is not any opportunity like to make any pump if you like.
So it wasn't BSC.
Yeah, if you don't have like $1 million in your pocket, you're not able to do it. So our community was really strong, and they understand the utility and the value or the real value of a token. So that's why we get this price, because we actually have a free ways of the burning of our tokens, because we issued 1 trillion tokens. It's a huge amount actually.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But
really
yeah, but huge point, what it's already 15% of all supply already burned via our deflationary model, and it just in 1 month of existing of a token. So it goes very hard, it goes very fast. Of course, we don't have a goals to burn like 99% of all tokens, so we will pause it and make it slower with some time. We also have another burning model. We actually sharing we have a buyback model. So from our profits, from the commission fees, we take in this money, and 50% of this money goes for buyback of the tokens and burning also. And the rest 50% we also providing for the holders as USDT rewards. It happens quarterly. So we actually like shareholders of our token, we are partners of our company, straight ones, we getting dividends. So that's why we understand the real value, the real utilities of Bit token, and that's why price now is 200 times bigger than it was from the launch. And of course, it's just the start, because with burning, with more utilities, because we have as I said, huge list. It's of course commission discounts, it's participating in investments, private investments. We also in development of BitDAO system, so it's a governance system for the holders. We can vote for listings for many things about development and product launch, so many opportunities. And one more thing, we have a bit staking. We actually made this product in couple weeks, so our developers actually works 24/7, and this product also unique because we provide 1000% average API by this product. And this product is a first step to a building of Bioeconomy DeFi platform, because we see what DeFi is still popular, and it will exist on the market for full time, for the long term, and it will be the second wave of DeFi popularity, I'm pretty sure, because right now guys just silent and develop new things and new products like insurance and other stuff based on crypto. So we also in trend, and we want to provide the best products to our users. So we're 1000% of average API on the market by the exchange token. no one exchange don't have this on the market right
Yeah,
now.
actually, this is the first time I heard this stuff. So it's pretty interesting. I mean, are you guys on Binance, by the way?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, but everything is possible. And
What exchange are you on? Like, which one? Gate, probably? No.
Right now we just on PancakeSwap because we're not in rush. Yeah, we just 1 month old, so we're not in rush to add many exchanges. The next
I was thinking like it was like old story from 2000. Okay. Oh, so pretty interesting.
Yeah, so exchange already 2 years old, but the token launch was just 6th of September, so 1 month old. Yeah, it's just baby right now. It's just baby, but growing.
Okay, now it makes more sense. Oh, okay. I still can become an early bird, I guess, for a project.
Sure. Everybody can be, and it's a good actually entry point right now. And this next goal, we will be listed in the middle of October on the Solana DEX Serum, because we want to have a good and strong relations with Solana. Actually, BitDAO will be built with Solana smart contracts. So after that, we will be listed in the end of October. We will be listed on our own Bioeconomy exchange, and we will proceed with our centralized exchanges listings for BitToken. So we're not in rush. We're doing all step by step. We don't want like to make a huge boom in one time and after that be empty. Yeah. The good and strong development and huge things become huge because they develop step by step, not in one time. And this is the strategy and our thinking way.
So then, I mean, what is the next plan of your future of exchange and BIT token as well? Like some maybe new products upcoming, or can you just share with us?
Yeah, sure. So actually, by our roadmap, bit staking used to became alive only right now in the start of October, but we launched it in the end of September. So we always forward of the roadmap. So the next step is adding more coins and tokens to the BitSwap, of course, or bit staking. And the next product in development is BitSwap. So we actually, first of all, provide opportunity to swap BitToken to different tokens and coins. And of course, we will add availability to swap all cryptocurrencies. So it's
going to be like a decentralized one, right?
Yeah, it will be decentralized. So it will be like kind of own DEX, but inside of centralized exchange. So we just want to provide opportunity because usually DEX usable from the new people because it's more easy to use. We don't have a charts which we don't understand. So we want to provide opportunity of easy income for new people, and of course easy usage of our platform from experienced people. After that, we will also working about BitDAO. I already mentioned this product. So it also will be good, promising, and bit holders will able to get rewards also by participating in this system. So it's also beneficial for them. So the next step, it will be in the next year, in the middle of the next year. So of course, as exchange, we must have futures and margin trading section. So it's already also in development, and we will add it in the middle of 2022. I hope we can do it later or earlier, and we're working hard about it. And of course, next in the plan is own bit chain for our own token. As I mentioned, it will be based on Solana.
It's like such a huge plans.
Yeah, huge plans, but it's based on our real understanding of a market and real opportunity to make it. Because
so it's not just like just the words. You guys are really have strong intention, right? And you can do it. I mean, you have enough resources to do it. So
Yeah, sure. And our team very experienced. As I said, we used to work with many exchanges. I can't mention it because many people under NDA, because in this world,
yeah, of course, it's
always work like this. But developers very experienced. Were used to work in the exchanges. What was never hacked. They used to work with exchanges what had all of these products. So we are professionals and not new on this market. We have clear understanding how things going and how we need to make it in the best way. So it's also our competitive advantage because we can understand and check all minuses what was made by other exchanges and prevent them and provide the best solutions for our investors and community.
Yeah, I just checked CMC and like your exchange sounds like it looks pretty good, by the way.
Yeah, it's not like a top rating right now. We're working about the rating because our website and background had a huge update, and we also updated API codes. So like during couple weeks, we will provide it for CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, and we will grow in positions. By the way, during the bit launch, we was like on 70th positions. So our average place was around 170, from 70 to 100 positions on Coin.
And also checking like economy exchange token, and now I think your token is under correction, so maybe it's the best time to buy right now. So
yeah, this is what I was saying. Like it's a good entry point right now for newcomers and investors, because as all people like to say, we never will see this price again, because people and our community understand the real value and utilities, and we also understand what we're not just talking, we deliver products and we know how to do it. Like almost every week, and like twice once per 2 week, I'm myself conducting personal video armor with my community and answering personally for all questions. So we also providing the full transparency. We're not hiding. We're doing everything right, and community loves us and loves me, of course. Even when I had operation on my hand 3 weeks ago, even with broken hand, I made video armor, and it was very beneficial for community and worthy. So we know what we work hard, and we going forward, and we will achieve everything what we declare.
Yeah, actually pretty cool to know about a new project with such a high potential like yours. So
one remark, we're not new, because many people are thinking,
I mean, yeah, it's not that new, but what I was saying is like it's talking. So yeah, because I'm also like trying to get into DeFi, and now it's really good to know about some new, some new gem token probably. So yeah, thanks for your time today, Dmitry. It was really cool to hear from you, and I hope we can see like in the nearest future take another interview after you guys launch every project you mentioned today. And it would be cool to compare like this interview and future interview. So it would be cool to see the result you guys achieve.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Maksim, for today's interview. Thank you for inviting you guys. It's really an honor for Bioeconomy to be a gold sponsor of your conference, and we hope many people will get know about Bioeconomy. Very easy and welcome to join our social networks, our Telegram group. We have a huge and strong support, many admins and ambassador program, so we can take care about newcomers and new investors. So we're glad to see the people, and we hope what the people will be glad to cooperate with us to trade on Bioeconomy. We already have mobile apps for Android and Apple So please download it, use it, try it. Try bit staking, just stake like $10 and you will see how you get in more and more bits, bit tokens. So it's very interesting. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it's also really an honor for us to have you guys as the sponsors for the Synopsis 2021 part 3. So yeah, I mean, it's really glad to see people like you as a part of our community. So always welcome, actually. So we're waiting for you guys in the next time as well for participation. So thanks for your time, and I guess good luck. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
XIP ecosystem is designed to decentralize the internet and overcome monopolistic control over domain names and top-level domains. A blockchain DNS solution where agnostic NFTs preferred by you identifies your domain and top-level domain. XIP token is an agnostic usage and governance token released initially based on the Binance chain. XIP tokens will be used to buy, sell and auction domains and top-level domains, while token holders will get staked when domains and TLDs are purchased and auctioned.
So the next speaker is Dr. Kyonjide from Medical Force.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Chi Tae-kyung. I'm an orthodontist and the head doctor of an orthodontic clinic in Korea. These are pictures of my clinic. And I'm also co-representative of Gender Bioscience. And I'm a father of 3 boys. Today, I'm going to briefly explain my business. The Human Genome Project gave us a glimpse into the future. DNA testing has the ability to identify people's susceptibility to genetic disease and make individualized treatment plans. However, due to various issues, access to DNA testing is still limited for ordinary people. The Medical Crosschain project aims to predict susceptibility to disease and develop treatments by utilizing free DNA testing. Holders of MPOS coin, which will be issued by Medical Crosschain, will have easy and secure access to a wide range of medical services, including DNA testing. All of these services will be provided free of charge to the MPOS coin holders. DNA testing of yourself, your family, will prevent serious illness like cancer, chronic disease like diabetes, and mass infectious disease like MERS. The other thing we are paying attention to is pet DNA data. Over the past few years, there has been a great progress in predicting disease through human gene diagnosis. However, as a pet, there has not been such great interest in the field. Pictures Web is a comprehensive health examination program through genes, the environment, existing microorganisms, and pathogens, etc. In which Gender Bioscience spent at least 7 years R&D. Such a disease prediction through genes and microorganism diagnosis is also possible for pets. There are various microorganisms and pathogens that are unique to dogs and cats. Among them, approximately 10 types of microorganisms, viruses, pathogens can develop into fetal disease depending on the genetic characteristics of the pets. In the case of dogs, approximately 40 types of disease can be predicted according to their genetic characteristics. Brain tumor, Alzheimer, lifestyle disease as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart and vascular disease, including myocardial infarction, arteriosclerosis, female hormone disease as premature birth, pregnancy, toxemia, inframammary infection, septicemia, etc. And oral disease, including oral bacterial infection, halitosis. Human, dogs, and cats are very different in structure. And in the case of pets, the types, generators, testing methods, treatment methods, and the research of their disease is still at a very early stage. For example, testing of disease with blood and urine samples of animals is based on testing with that of humans. While the result can resemble that of humans, the impact on humans can be very different. For instance, while the microorganism Papillomonas gingivalis is malignant to humans. The possibility of its influence on animals is very low. Likewise, there are several animal health checkup programs that are yet to be verified. The data that they are based on is very big. Peter's lab is able to analyze various diseases very accurately by analyzing genes, microorganisms, and pathogens together. Also, Peter's lab examines skin genes to predict very genetic and